In this video, we have the Valorant patch 5.06 notes rundown. What's going on, ProGuides family? It's your host Sergeant Frost with yet another patch notes. VCT Champions is now over and Brazil's Loud have been crowned the best team in the world. But now that the Valorant 2022 competitive season is over, it's back to business in the game updates department for the devs. I mean, after all, we still have an act and a half left for 2022. Also, a quick reminder, come visit us at ProGuides.com if you want an Immortal or Radiant level coach to help you improve your game just in time for the final push at the end of the act. Now, let's jump right into these patch notes because we've gotten some interesting changes this week. It's been a while since we've gotten some weapon balance from the Riot devs, as they've been pretty quiet on gun balance so far this episode. But the streak of no gun changes ends today as we have some Stinger changes with this patch. The Stinger is getting its primary fire adjusted from 1.6 error after 7 bullets to 1.3 error after 6 bullets. That's not the only change this gun is receiving though. The alternate fire after the first shot error has been adjusted from 0.5 to 0.35. What do these changes mean for the Stinger? Well, simply put, the devs have stated that they want the Stinger to feel more controllable and have less RNG when using the gun. If you've been playing Valorant for a while, you would have remembered the Stinger meta from back in early 2021. The gun back then was ridiculous, and it would often outgun rifles in close range if you hit an initial headshot. It's been a very long time since the Stinger has been relevant in the meta though, and the devs stated in the patch that their goal for the Stinger was to make it feel more controllable and lethal in close ranges. But in the past, it felt uncontrollable after they nerfed it last year. So with these changes, they feel that lowering the spread should make it feel more reliable in the range that it should be excelling in. So what do you guys think about this change? The Stinger was once a terror to the game, and when it was nerfed, not many people complained about it being gone. Do you think these changes will bring back the Stinger into the meta, or will it be neglected in the long run? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. In map updates this week, Pearl is getting a couple of map design changes. The map is getting a handful of updates that aim to reduce some complexity and make it easier to move through a few areas for both attackers and defenders. Now let's go through the individual changes that happen in the different parts of the map. In B main, they have lowered the waist-high wall on the left side of B main so that no one can completely hide behind it anymore. In mid shops, the devs have stated that clearing the area in mid shops is harder than they expected. They are extending the platform on the side of the stairs as a result. This way they can still keep some of the holding power for attackers, but they want to make it easier to push this area and make it less of a choke point. In the mid shops to plaza area, there is another spot here that the devs feel is hard to clear, so they remove one of the corners. In the mid-top area, according to the devs, mid currently favors attackers, so they've pushed in a wall on mid-top to remove a 50-50 check. They hope this makes it slightly easier for defenders to challenge mid. In the A-Art area, the devs have noticed the difficulty both sides have had moving effectively through A-Art, so they're simplifying the space here so that there are fewer areas to check when pushing through. In B-Link, the devs are changing the box that sits in the upper left corner. The devs believe that the box provides a good piece of cover for attackers pushing through B-Link, but it's kind of tough to re-clear for defenders. They want to keep the attacker side power, but they are making it easier for defenders to manage it. The stack of boxes will be shifting from the left side to the right a little bit. This way, it will simplify the number of angles approaching players would need to consider, as well as getting rid of a difficult sightline to B Hall. In A main, only one simple change is happening. The devs have removed the cutout from the wall in A main in an attempt to simplify the space and remove hiding spots. They want to make this area easier for defenders to aggro into, so removing a cubby that an attacker can hide in for free is a nice step to make the area more approachable. In the A main to A site area, the devs believe that this spot was way too hard to smoke effectively, so they are attempting to address this by tightening up the choke margin. They hope that this will make smoking the stairs easier and give a small reprieve to defenders trying to hold inside of the site. The cubby on the right side will also shrink slightly to keep it from being too deep. So what do you guys think of all these Pearl changes? Pearl has been a map that the community hasn't had too many negative opinions on so far in its few-month lifespan. In my opinion, these changes are great because the devs tried to balance areas of the map for both attackers and defenders. Time will tell if these changes will make the map flow better or just play better in general. I can't wait to see how it feels to play the map when these changes go live. In social updates this week, Riot are adding a disruptive gameplay-based behavior indicator. The devs introduced a feature that will show at the end of game screen, which players have been detected for engaging in disruptive gameplay-based behavior. This has been added to the following game modes: Unrated, Competitive, Spike Rush, and Replication, with a few more game modes to follow in the near future. In agent bug fixes this week, the devs have fixed an issue with KO's 0 point sometimes incorrectly displaying enemies that were hit on KO's UI. In social bug fixes, the devs have fixed a bug where clutch mutes would persist after the match ended. They have fixed a bug that would prevent you from being able to respond to a whisper by clicking on the right ID of the player who sent the whisper in chat. They have fixed a bug that caused the social panel to close when right-clicking into the friend note text field. They have fixed a bug where pending invites would not disappear after all friends have left the party. And finally, they have fixed a bug where the incorrect system message was sent when accepting a friend request via the match tab in-game. And that is all for this patch 5.06 rundown. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing to our channel. Also, don't forget to check out ProGuides.com to gain some access to some truly amazing coaching. This has been your host, Sergeant Frost, and good luck on the grind this act.